Are you someone that lets other people decide what you do or how you do certain things? If you're being judged for, just being different or being yourself, well, I'm here to tell you, if you enjoy something or you like something, just go for it. Show that you are proud of who you are and who you want to be, and just show off what you like. I'm wearing a wolf shirt right now, but I'm sure you've seen in multiple videos that I've worn, like anime shirts and stuff like that. I am proud to be a nerd. So if you're a nerd, shout out in the comments.
I don't claim to be the creator, but I'm a savior. I take the strange variables of human life and make something out of the crazy quilt.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Alex Dorfinger. I hope you're all having a beautiful, amazing day today, and I hope you're all doing well. Oh, you know what day it is today? Today is Positive Friday, and today we are going to be talking about how to stop caring what other people think of you. There's a time and place for when it's important to think about what people think about you, like constructive criticism, and if it's going to help you improve yourself. But when it's just negativity, really, you don't need to take that. And so when it comes to that, you need to learn when not to give a fuck about those things. Oh, like Henry Ford says, either you can or you can't, you're right. And that honestly just means that whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're right. Because that's just automatically dictates what to tell your mind to look for and what your mind's gonna believe, so you just start doing that. Mind is a very powerful tool, so learn to use it in your advantage and not your disadvantage. You have to learn to have faith in yourself and believe in who you are and your abilities to do things. You hear all the time, I say it a lot because, everything I say and I repeat, it's because it has meaning behind it. But, if you believe in yourself, you can do it. If you put your mind to it, you can do it. You always hear that, right? Well, it's true. Whatever you feed your mind and whatever you tell it to do, it's going to be able to do. If you say, I can't do this, then you can't do it, and your mind's going to believe it. So you just got to tell what to put in your mind, the positive or the negative. Number one, honestly, there's going to be 10 tips in this video. So there's a special message if you stick around. But tip number one is it's a reflection of who they are. A lot of times, when people give us like negative feedback, like this one guy I watched on YouTube, he was 265 pounds and he was, African American or black, right? And he went to go apply, and this dude at the front, he's like, oh, you can't do that. And honestly, it was just a projection of himself. And once you realize that, you already are more powerful, because honestly, he believed in it. And then he's like, why do I believe that? Why should I let him, if he didn't believe in himself, to dictate me and make me not do it? Doesn't make sense to me. So he actually worked out and he started getting better, and he actually went to the Navy and he joined, and he was able to. So it just proves that if you can do anything, if you put your mind to it, you accept that you are who you are, and a diamond cannot be formed unless it's under pressure. An olive cannot be pressed in order to get its oils, and grapes cannot be crushed into wine without being crushed. So you'll shine a lot better and be a lot better when you just learn to not care what other people think. Honestly, you should just embrace who you are. Be your weird, goofy, lovable self, and you'll be a lot more happier being you than being someone you're not supposed to. The Japanese have this saying, and it goes like this: you have 3 masks, yeah? So the first mask is what you show to the world. The second mask is what you show to your closest friends and family. And the third mask is the mask you don't want to show anybody. And the mask you don't want to show anybody is the part where you should just work on yourself and work that problem out, and then have the second mask that you show to your closest friends and family, the true version of you, show it to the rest of the world as well. Come, take a seat with me. I'm on the ground here, but honestly, just ask yourself this: Why should I let their opinion of me dictate how I live and how I feel, how I do things? Ask yourself, does this align with my morals? Does this align with who I truly am and my personality? Because if it doesn't, then why would you do it? Why would you let other people's opinion control you and dictate what you should do? The world sets social standards out, and with the rise of social media, social standards are pretty much everywhere, wherever you go, right? So, break out of the norm and be different. If it doesn't align with who you are as a person, then that tells you that you need to do something differently, because honestly, that tells you that you are either putting yourself around the wrong people, or you just care too much what people think, and you really shouldn't. So, if any of those questions are something that you don't like, do something differently. Change it. Tip number 2 is going to be believing in yourself. And, once you believe in your abilities to do things and your capability of how you can do it, just set small stepping stones to get to where you want to be at. Just do things that you enjoy and love, and the true authentic version of you that you always wanted to be will be there, and it'll start appearing more the more you do stuff you enjoy. And if you believe in yourself that you can, oh man, you are going to be really powerful just with that thought alone. I mean, it's not going to be everything, but it's going to be definitely a right step in the right direction. So start believing in you and what you can accomplish. Sometimes, honestly, the best things in life happen by accident, and it's just from us being curious and just going to discover new things. You can't truly grow if you stay within your comfort zone. So you're not going to know what the world has to offer for you if you don't take a leap of faith and try something new. So tip number 3 I got for y'all is to embrace your emotions. To be fully comfortable feeling your emotions in the full broad spectrum of it, honestly, because once you can embrace your emotions, then you can learn to evaluate what made you feel that way, whether it's anger, whether it's sadness or happiness. You want to try and avoid situations that will make you angry, situations that will make you sad, and go to situations that will make you happy. Sometimes it can't be avoided. I get that. Life happens. But, once you realize, why do I feel this way? What made me feel this way? Why should I feel this way? It helps bring so much light to your emotions, and then you can better control the situation when you have your emotions in control. Tip number 4 should come as no surprise, but having control over your mind. Your mind is like a battlefield, and there's 2 sides, the positive and then there's the negative. And honestly, whichever side you give more ammunition, it's gonna take over and win. So why would you give in way to negativity? If it makes you feel bad, if it makes you feel crappy, and you're like, why do I want to be this way? Why do I want to feel this way? No, you'd be a lot better off just being positive and loving yourself. So learn to have control over your mind, because you are either your best friend or your worst enemy. You can't sit in silence with yourself. Then you need to learn to love yourself. A quote I like, and it's like, once you control your mind and your emotions, you are a dangerous person. And the fact is because now, instead of someone having power over you, you have power over them. Because you're able to control the situation a lot more better, because you're better able to evaluate the best thing to do in that situation, whether it's to walk away or just not care what they think, and just go on with your day and then not worry about it, just leave it right there, because the more you focus on a problem, the more bigger it's going to get, and it's just going to make it a lot worse. So drop it where it's at, and it'll leave you with less stress. Honestly, if you are your worst enemy, you need to do some reflecting and just ask yourself, do I like being this way? Do I want to continue feeling this way? And just gotta embrace all the messy parts, embrace everything about yourself. And that will be your best bet to your personal best self, personal growth, and just personal improvement overall. So you'll have a lot better life, and you'll be a lot more happier and less stressed out. Because half the time, it comes to no surprise that most people are in their own world. So you're just gonna be a thought that's there for a second and then the next gone. Like, why would you let someone who doesn't really give any value or purpose to you take away and dictate how you should do things or live your life? You don't have to live within the norms. As we said before, most of the time it's self-reflection of themselves, of people just projecting their opinions onto you. And honestly, if they're focusing on their problem, then they're gonna worry about what's in their world and what's going on in their life more than focusing on a person who they barely know or anything. Treat your energy and your emotions like currency. Be selfish of your time and your peace, your peacefulness. So we should treat our energy as a form of currency. And the reason why I say that is because if you think about it, think about it like a battery. All right, it's fully charged at 100%, and say you give 10% to somebody. Okay, so now you're at 90%, and you're not gonna know what that 10% that person's going to do with that 10% of energy. They could use it for good, they could use it for bad, but at the end of the day, if you keep doing that all day, you're going to drain your battery because you're not getting any value back. You're just spending your energy effortlessly. You're going to feel burnt out, you're going to feel emotionally drained, and you need to recharge your social battery. So be careful who you invest yourself with, and the people you associate yourself with, and just who you give your time and energy to, because it is really valuable and you need to use it for better things than things that are not so used for. So tip number 7 is don't be another sheep in the herd. Just be unique, be different, be you, because only you are the best you. So why not be you and just embrace who you are? If there's qualities about yourself that you don't like, start taking actions to fix it, because you have the ability to do whatever you want. So just put your mind to it, take the right steps to achieve that, and then you'll be a lot better off in the end. With social conformity and all of this, it's hard to set standards for where we want to be in life. So we just follow the norm of what everyone else is doing. But once you start questioning that, you no longer fit in their machine and you become a totally different person, the best person you could possibly be. So you just got to take a few chances and learn from people if it's helping you grow, your personal growth. But if you see things that you don't like and you want to do something differently, then do something differently. Be the change you want to see. You can pour and give out more when you invest in other people and invest in yourself, because you only have one you, and you need to learn to take care of you and love yourself before you can give to everyone else. So tip number 8 I have for y'all is life is too short. We're all put on earth, and let's just say we all have the ability and potential to do amazing and great things. So why not put in the time to take and nurture yourself before letting other people dictate what you do? Because in life, there's no rewinds, there's no reviews, and there's no redos. You only live once, so why not live to your full potential? Seeds grow in darkness, and all that other stuff I said before in this video, they help grow you. So sometimes you just have to start off messy and embrace yourself, but we're all put on earth to live and to die. And honestly, you hear it all the time from old people that they regret not doing this, they regret not doing that, and you have the time now to do it. Time just keeps slipping away, and so why not do something that you love and be hated for who you truly are than to be loved for being fake? You're gonna hurt yourself more trying to live up to everybody else and be a people pleaser. You can't always do that. Talking a lot about being yourself, and so tip number 9 is you know yourself the best. Honestly, you know what makes you happy, you know what makes you sad, and you know what's best for you. So why would you let someone control the way you do things when you could have a much more fulfilled and better life doing what you love doing? You're gonna get a lot more sense of purpose and meaning doing what you love and following your dreams rather than being someone who is just another sheep in the herd, following the crowd, doing what everyone else says to do. Question what you're doing and if you can do something differently. I don't know about you guys, but I'm winded. Let's take a quick break. But I just want to say, if you made it to this part of the video, thank you for all your love and support. Thank you for just staying committed to watching this video. I really hope that you all achieve your best and most authentic versions of yourself. So, on to tip number 10. So, tip number 10 is your vibe attracts your tribe. I repeat that a lot, but everything I say has meaning behind it. So if you just do a little questioning and question what I say and why I say it, you'll see there's a lot of truth behind it. I want to tell you all a little story, So everyone knows that caterpillars turn into cocoons, and then cocoons turn into butterflies, but nobody really knows the process of what goes on when they're in the cocoon state. So just like a caterpillar changing into a butterfly, sometimes you just need to drop some people when they don't benefit you in any way. Once you stop caring what people think about you and living the best version, being the best you, embracing who you are and all this stuff will really help you find people who are really like-minded, whether they believe and think the way you do or just your vibe is very similar, and you can hang out and vibe with them a lot better. So you begin to find really cool and amazing people you thought you would never have met if you didn't take the time to just learn yourself and who you are as a person. Because honestly, for me personally, ever since I made the change of stop caring of what people thought about me and letting it control how I lived my life, because honestly I grew thick skin due to being bullied all the time. So, I just grew tough skin and stopped caring what people think about me. And honestly, 2020 and 21 was the year of change. Ironically, it was the same time COVID happened, so it was just coincidental that it happened that way. But I really met some great and amazing people that I would not trade for anything. I'd rather have quantity. I'd rather have quality over quantity, not the other way around. But I've made so many great connections and met so many amazing people just by being myself and embracing who I am. And honestly, it was the best choice I made, because your vibe definitely attracts your tribe. You never know the people who you will encounter in your life if you do just not take time to learn about yourself. Earlier, you heard me talk about the butterfly effect, and so people knows what happens to caterpillars. They go to cocoons and they turn into butterflies, but nobody knows the process of what actually happens inside the cocoon. So if you didn't know, caterpillars actually have to solidify themselves into a pile of goo and reconstruct who they are in order to become beautiful butterflies. So, you're gonna have to go through some hardships, you're gonna have to lose some people, and you're gonna have to change how you think and how you feel about yourself in order to become the best and authentic versions of yourselves. You're all caterpillars until you solidify yourself and rebuild yourself from that pile of goo and just be a better and more beautiful version of yourself than you were before. Alright, thank you all for watching the video. Stay legendary, stay beautiful. I'll see you on the next adventure.